No. All right, y'all. Before we get into the topic of the day, I'm gonna tell y'all a little bit about myself and what's going on with me. I just worked the whole weekend, 12 and a half hour shifts, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday night, all night shift. Then right after work, I had to take my lady to a doctor thing out of town, and then I came back, went to sleep. Da da da. I'm tired. I kind of feel like I'm okay, but I'm kind of feeling like I don't feel like going to the gym, so I might not go to the gym. So I decided to watch a little bit of YouTube, and I just want to talk to y'all about some things that I'm seeing on YouTube. All right, and y'all already know because you already read the title. It's Dontay London. He said that he cannot rent anywhere. I think he has bad credit. I think he got enough money, but I think he also has bad credit, and most of his money is coming from YouTube. And a lot of places don't really look at YouTube as they don't count it. If you're trying to get a place that you have to rent and it's high, or if you're trying to buy a car or whatever, they're not. They want to know your income, right? And even though your YouTube is making enough income, you got enough bank statements, whatever, they're not gonna consider that, right? Not all places, but a lot of places, and for good reason. Because at the end of the day, it can go up and down. Anything can go up and down. I mean, you got a job, you can lose it. You know what I'm saying? But they look at stuff like that. So if you've been at a job for years and you're doing well, you're doing great, most likely you're a more stable financial person. You know what I'm saying? They don't know you from a can of paint. No offense, but this is you. Here's a can of paint. They can't see the difference. They don't know you, right? But that's not even what I want to talk about, right? What I want to talk about is in the comments. People say negative things about everybody. At the end of the day, you got to remember, most people don't have the guts to get in front of this camera and post anything about their lives, all right? Most people don't have the guts, and you can say anything about anything, anybody, right? So I look at it like this: if you watch a basketball game, a football game, or whatever, after the fact, it's very easy to tell somebody what they should have done, or they should have did like that, or they should have did it. So that means that you know more about that said thing than that person because you're sitting on the sidelines or watching on your TV, eating chips and said what somebody should have, could have, would have. It's easy to say after the fact, all right? And almost everybody act like they're not in the grind. We're all in the grind. If you're not rich, you're poor. And I guarantee you, everybody in those comments probably less than half of what he got. Probably ain't got what I got. I ain't rich at all. I've had my problems. See, so my advice to him and anybody else that's doing this or in the grind, any kind of grind, we all in the grind, right? One step at a time. You got 3 apartments to pay for. He said his mom would let him stay for a year. Hey man, salute the mom dukes at the end of the day. Use that year. You know what I'm saying? And if you feel like you need to pay your mama back later, even if she say no, do something for your mom. You know what I'm saying? I need to do that. But at the end of the day, don't worry about the haters. Don't worry about the naysayers, man. Don't worry about it. Whether you right, wrong, whatever, people have their flaws. You know what I'm saying? People have their flaws. I know Chatty Patty gonna do a video about this. Do I feel like there's a lot of haters? Do I feel like Chatty Patty's a hater in this situation? No, I just think he got his opinion. I do think he got haters though, like that barbecue dude. That barbecue dude a hater, bro. I feel like that barbecue dude a snake. I feel like that's what broke up Hannah and Dontay, in my opinion. I mean, of course, things was it's their own faults, but whatever. But at the end of the day, people blame the dude or people blame the woman. You gotta always remember, man, since the beginning of the time, when the serpent can't get to the man, who he gonna go through? The woman. Think about it. Take a second. Matter of fact, I might do still go to the gym because I think it's like 10 o'clock. I like to go late. I did go past the gym earlier, and it's out of town, so it's a debate for me. You know what I'm saying? It ain't that much of a great decision because a lot of times I feel like I don't feel like going, then I get amped up, and then by the time I get there, it's a bad workout. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? And people will look at you like, oh, you really don't know much about fitness. No, you don't know about fitness because There's good days, there's bad days, there's ways to amp yourself up, there's ways to avoid things. Rest, recovery, like I just said, I did 12 and a half hours, 3 days in a row, manual labor. That's a workout. That's 12 and a half hour workouts in a row. So if I miss the gym, I'm still more active than 99.999% of people that's going to say, oh, you're being lazy. No, it's a difference between being lazy and getting recovery. And recovery is like one of the biggest things. A lot of people do go hard in the gym. No, not that many. Some people do go hard in the gym. And some people go too hard to the point where they can't recover and they wonder why they're not making the gains they're supposed to be making. Because you got to stimulate the muscle to grow. And then you got to allow it to grow and repeat. Of course, you got to give yourself the proper nutrition, the proper hydration. You know what I'm saying? But we ain't talking about that. We're talking about rent and all that. Most people have been late on their rent. Most people in this economy especially, bills. Most people's lights has been off once or twice. Water has been off or had to get a loan and had to pay that back. And people that had bad credit. I done been through all of this and back and forth sometimes. So at the end of the day, stop acting like you don't go through it. Stop dissing people. If you got advice for somebody, they putting themselves out there. It's cool to give advice to people, especially if they're willing to take it. And if they say don't give them advice, don't give them advice. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna, me personally, I'm not gonna beg somebody to listen to me. If I tell somebody something once, I might tell them twice, maybe most likely not, but you'll be hard pressed to ever get me to tell somebody something 3 times. All right? I can tell you there's a big dog coming behind you. Hey, dog, no, there's a big dog coming behind you. Dang, that big dog eating them up. You know what I'm saying? That third time ain't coming, hey, you heard me. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, if I do go to the gym, what am I doing? I'm going to do upper body. I've been doing lower body real hard. A lot of people don't work their legs. A lot of guys don't understand that's your base. It's a lot that go into doing your legs, man. The hormonal balance, all of that. Yo, a lot of the natural testosterone, man, it increases, all right? So what I'm trying to say is this, man. If you knew better, you'll do better. One step at a time, one day at a time, one rep at a time. Oh, I'm about to start cutting soon too. People are like, you're not fat though. There's a difference between being not fat and having a 6-pack shredded, everything just shredded to the bone, all right? There's levels, all right? So I gotta lose about probably less than 15 pounds. I don't know when I'm gonna start, but once I start, I'm not gonna have any cheat days until I'm done. I will let y'all know when I start. Y'all can go on the journey with me, or if y'all ready to start your journey already, which I recommend, don't wait. All right, the summer's coming. Why are you waiting then? Because like I said, I only got less than 15 pounds to go, and I know exactly every step to do. I'm not trying to figure it out. I already got it figured out, mapped out, planned out. I already know exactly how many calories I need, exactly how much this and how much rest and how much recovery, how much workout, whatever. I already got plans. And if you want to know what those plans are, watch these 2 videos right here. One of these is for diet, one of these are for workout. And you need both, right? Matter of fact, I'm putting my cheat day video for the diet because a lot of people think that the main thing that I will advise for a beginner when it comes to dieting, or if you have dieted, it don't matter how many years you have dieted, if you don't know what to do, you're a beginner, all right? So you need to re-begin. You need to start over. You need to erase what you think you know, or at least put it on hold and add some new things to it to get success, all right? So a lot of people say, I ain't gonna have no cheat day. I just said I ain't gonna have no cheat day. I know what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? I will have cheat meals. And I will stick to, should I put, all right, you could type in Repetime Fitness cheat meals versus cheat day, but I'm gonna put that what to do after a cheat day because everybody's gonna have one, all right? If you think you're not, watch the video and it'll explain to you further. And I'm also putting my full body workout tutorial so it can help you get around the gym a little bit better. All right. So how to set up your machines and things like that. So yeah, man, comment, like, subscribe, share, holler back at your boy. It's your boy Reptile Fitness, man. Click on the videos. They're right there on your screen. Peace.